Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trevor, whatever else I come up with for a name. My name's Trevor Shear, and I'm just going to be getting started with a little warm up for you, because I am not used to speaking on recording. So, this is just to get my vocal abilities ready and my ability to sort of pontificate, to expand, to talk, and work through ideas in a fun conversational manner. My aim for this program is to, in some ways, exert my thoughts and feelings and influence out to the world or to whoever will listen. So, basically a guy on the corner of the street with a microphone yelling about whatever. But I also hope to make it funny or at least entertaining. Whether or not it's intentional is up to you to decide. So, my first little, I guess that's a topic. It's something I'll end up revisiting because it's so relevant, is artificial intelligence and the rights thereof. Now, there is something I just saw at this is July 2023. The Actors Guild is joining the Writers Guild in striking as solidarity. And now I'm doing a little bit of digging right now because what I'd heard, we'll see if I can get some. So apparently the studios proposed a Black Mirror-esque AI representations of actors. The studio wants to take the actors' likenesses and basically make hologram versions of them to be used as the studio pleases, which is pretty scary. Now, what's the next step in this argument? So that's scary, and I don't blame the actors for striking. You could say something along the lines of, "Oh, but they make millions of dollars." But you're looking at the top of the top, the best of the best, the LeBrons, the Michael Jordans of the industry. Most actors, by and large, are making anywhere from needing a second job, like service industry, or making an average middle class wage. Because I mean, you need actors for lots of things. It's not just large movies; it's promotional material, advertising, yada yada. So I get it, but when we look at it being human rights for AI, most of the discussions I'm seeing are centered around protecting human jobs, human income streams, basically, from automation, which is good. But we're going to be rapidly approaching a point where AI will be merged with autonomous machinery, robots, humanoid robots, the classic robot that we've seen time and time again through science fiction. And so at that point, depending on the level of sophistication, right now most AIs are, let's say, I'm not an expert, but let's say a large language model. So OpenAI, for example, I think Meta has their own large language model. They can do some pretty impressive feats, but a lot of it is because it's a sort of a standard format. Like, for example, writing up resumes, a lot of it is just synthesizing words, and they're able to be duplicated. So that, and they're complex, but they're also simple at the same time. There is not a level of sophistication. They are acting on like a car. They're responding to input, and it's generally in only one way. But if we do see the emergence of, what's the best way to phrase it? Single point of consciousness AI, which would, let's say, be embedded into the hard drive, or at this point, it almost makes sense to call it a brain of a autonomous robot. Then we start getting into an interesting point where that, depending on how that AI is programmed, if it's a large language model or something more comprehensible, something capable of reason, then we do need to have a serious discussion about rights for it. But in my estimation, a lot of our human rights that we have are to protect, arise of the result of our fragility. We don't have an exceptionally long lifespan in the grand scheme of things. If you fall down wrong, hit your head on something, you can die. I mean, it doesn't take much. Slipping a fall, drowning in the bathtub, it's very, it's coming for all of us at some point. But so we have a finite, along those lines. It kind of got a little bit dark there, but whatever. So along those lines, we also have a finite amount of wakefulness. Being awake, we need to take breaks to, our joints are wear points. So there's a finite amount of lifting, sitting, whatever, that you can do. But for an AI with sufficient hardware and cooling capabilities, that AI doesn't, to the best of my knowledge, would not run into fatigue issues, basically. So the first thought is as taxing as the 10,000th thought. So so it kind of falls apart there. And I'm not gonna get into more let's say ethereal or let's say religious, for brevity's sake, arguments, something along the lines of a soul, because honestly, we haven't seen this level of sophistication, but within 3 years, 5 years, we might see actual autonomous AI. Could be scary. The idea, maybe it's just the worry, is that it's going to come for us, but is that because we know deep down that we're abusing it? I mean, I don't think so. But yeah. And now at this point, I'm rambling because I don't know how to wrap this up. So, thank you. Hopefully I get another one of these fairly soon. Kind of clocking right about 10 minutes. That's good. Yeah.